You switched it up, bro.
You went from something nice to a hillbilly.
Fine, hard rock.
Oh, he can't make up his mind today.
There's our rock one.
We're in trouble. He can't make his mind up.
That's how it is in the voting. People can't even make up their mind. You're only
this show's gonna go everywhere.
Everywhere today, man. Jets, the voting, everything today, man.
Oh, Jets, bro. Don't even start. You see me wearing anything? Shit.
You got that jersey still up.
Jersey's still up there, bro. I still got the
Did you actually think they were gonna win in over there?
One of the games. Oh, no.
Dude, they won 12. They've won 12 straight at home.
We'll talk about it, though. I mean, there's losing and then there's losing. You know?
Like, it's not even close right now, man.
Andy Hotch, what's going on, brother? Show's just loading up here. Let me put a different banner.
You guys are starting to sound like the sweep fans.
I know, we got excuses for everything. Jets in 6. Yes. Mathematically, it's still possible, yes. So that's
somebody has to steal one at home to win.
Yeah.
Do a sound check here. Am I too loud or what? We good?
We all good?
Yeah, we're good.
As long as we're all even. A little wonky when someone else is louder than everyone else. But we're going 3-banger today.
3-banger.
Both in the house. Mike Vitoli. Santos. We'll let the show load up here. All good, Andy Hutch says. Got all kinds of stuff to talk about today. William.
Oh, lots of stuff to talk about.
I'm banging on the microphone.
That's getting into the drumming there.
The rock music.
You guys play any instruments? I don't think I know that about any of you guys. Are you guys play instruments at all? Mike?
Nothing back in school?
I'm not talented enough.
Santos,
I'm not going to tell you what I played in school. Because
the fish whistle. Fish whistle, but you...
Oh, lots of fish whistles.
How
about you, Santos? You play an instrument?
No, I had to back when we were in junior high. Oh my! You're 14 band.
Even guitar. I play a little guitar actually. Not that good. I should keep working at it. I play a little guitar. We should start a band. I was gonna say we'll start a band. Obviously, you guys no musical talent whatsoever.
Zero musical talent. I got the rhythm of a freaking dead fish.
Is it I season yet? You want to start? I know. That's what I want to do. I want to start a band. Do all kinds of things or whatever.
And what did you say, Eric? You played what? Guitar?
Play guitar.
Guitar, yeah. I don't play piano or nothing like that. No woodwind instruments. Little guitar. But I haven't picked one up in a long time, man. They're all just sitting up their collecting stuff.
My problem in life is I dive in head first and say, fuck it, I'm done.
CDP starting here. It is Monday, April 28th. I had to check the calendar there. It is another episode of the Cast Egg Podcast, Power Hour, talking all things fishing and more in Central Canada and beyond. We got 3-way going here, like I was saying. Mike Short Fuse Vitoli. We haven't lit the fuse in a while. And Jeremy the Dragon Boy Santos. You can still see my thing there says "Go Jets, go!" Oh my God!
You might want to erase that for a bit, eh?
What's up, Blake? What's happening, brother? Dave Simpson in the house. Dr. Marsban is here. Mr. G, how's it going, brother? Real life with Santos, look, he would have played the clarinet. Yeah, I agree, bro, man.
I did for grade 7 band. That's the instrument they gave me. Clarinet, man.
Clarinet. Mississippi's actually like
played the trombone.
You played you legit play the trombone?
No.
Oh. Sup, Quentin? What's happening? Thanks for joining us. We got all kinds of things to talk about today. I said, like, we'll talk MWF, Manitoba Wildlife Federation, all access for all. I was at that thing there, seminar presentation. That was like their 26th one that they've held across the province. Let's fill everybody in on what's going on that front. We're going to talk Hartwell just finished. NFL draft was going on. We're going to talk about have a little fun here, questions after about drafting and different goals and stuff. Ice fishing is in the rearview mirror. Different goals and plans for the upcoming open water. I'm out on that, brother. Man. What's cracking, Tyler Grundy? What's happening there, brother? Let's go. Let's get right into it. Big shout out to our sponsor, Season 8 Hard Water. This is the second last episode. No, this is the last ice episode,
bro. Yeah.
I thought the last one was a last one. Last one.
No. It goes in May is the first open water. So this is the last ice fishing episode. Big thanks to our sponsors this hard water season: Gone Fishing, Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear, Tech Video Security, Team Crew Automotive, Carlos Cucina, and Acme Tackle. Big shout out to you guys. Appreciate you all. We've got new sponsors all coming up and new and returning sponsors for Open Water Season 8. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, reach out, man. We welcome everything, man. Doesn't matter. Shout out to Island Beach Custom Lures as well for supporting Kids Beast of the Week. Yeah, man. So let's get right into it here. We were chatting Jets there earlier, and like I was saying, man, we were so hyped before or whatever, but there's losing, Mike, and then there's losing.
It doesn't matter because
it does matter.
I don't know. I just get I've actually stayed off Facebook a lot because I'm so tired of the bullshit. Because the first game, right away you see people 3 goals go in, and then they go, oh, hellebuck, here we go again. You got to look at the goals, man. Like, most of those, the third game, he should have had most of those. But that second game off somebody's ass, a skate, stick.
Yeah. Bounces off people. But I mean, oh, man.
But
you look across the ice, and the other guy's like making some game-saving
I was just going to say, Bennington is getting in their heads. They're in trouble.
It's the thing. Like, so my whole thing as a Jets fan, like I said, first rounder Stanley Cup, really, it was a great season. I'm proud. Die hard. We all are Jets fans from back in the 80s kind of thing, and we want nothing more than even win around. But you lose. Like, we got swept by Anaheim. What was that, 2015, 16 or something like that? You know, like 2.0. We got swept. But that was swept by Anaheim. But we still, every game was hard fought. I think there was an overtime game in there too, 1 or 2 goals. It's all good. You get swept, whatever, man, but they're hard fought games. But you lose the way we lost to Colorado last year, and then now the last 2 games, like losing that way, where you're actually embarrassed to be a fan. That's something else, bro, man. Like, I could take 4 overtime losses.
Dude, I'm a Leafs fan. You can't be embarrassed.
he's lived through how many years now?
3-0 lead.
How many years did Tolly
got knocked out by Boston? Give me a break.
I know. Like, you're up 3-1 and you start losing. Oh my God! But I mean, just to lose the way they're losing is just gross, bro.
No,
hopefully they come to play Game 5.
But you know what? The adversity is what they need. They need that.
Oh, they have it now.
Well, this is adversity they're going through, bro. Like, if they don't learn anything now,
man. I'm telling you right now, Bennington is like dangerously hot right now.
He is, yeah.
Just
like
win.
Everyone
wins the home games, and we win 7.
But here's the question:
that's that.
The 1 goal that was disallowed, would that have changed things?
Definitely, bro. Definitely would have changed. That was only not even halfway through the game yet. There was there was 9 minutes left in the second period there. That definitely would have changed things for sure, brother, man. For sure. Like but the thing is, I mean, Perfetti, put it in the freaking net then. They just put it in the net. Like, you see that save that even though that was a goal, or should have been a goal, he still caught that puck, man. That's like, that guy's still out of his mind, bro.
So what do you think though? Was that what I know we're all Jets fans here. Was that a legit goal or?
Yeah, that was a legit
goal.
It's a goal.
Dude, that was a goal. Like, you see the whole puck.
I know.
They let Edmonton in last year. It was a goal. It's a goal, man. I mean, it's just physics, man. Like, it was in there, but I don't know. Maybe Toronto doesn't have that. I can't believe that they wouldn't have an above.
How could they not have all the angles? Like, there's no way that they don't have that angle like we do.
That's why I'm convinced freaking Bettman doesn't like.
The thing is that his glove was past the line. And at one point, when the puck went in the glove, it was
went in the back of the glove first. Yeah,
it was literally standing on end, so that means it was 100% over.
Yeah,
I was so surprised, but even the fans in there, man, the fans in the St. Louis fans, they showed it up on the top, and they're like, oh,
it's a goal. Yeah,
it's in. Yeah, and that's why it's just wild to me. And like Darcy said, the refs, like, you hate to like blame refs and stuff like that, but if you go count the power plays against us, never mind like garbage time stuff like with Stanley doing stuff or whatever, like just actual in game when it's still in question, penalties, it's wild, bro. Or they're just giving them power. You watch the next game, they're gonna have 2 power plays again and like 5-on-3s. They had a 5-on-3 a couple times. I don't know, man. It's just tough. Anyway, hopefully.
Oh well, I guess we'll find out in
Wednesday.
Wednesday, man. Wednesday.
Freaking Jets, I swear to God. Anyway,
hopefully the Leafs can win this next one at home.
They'll finish it off, brother. Man. Paid internship opportunity. Jay Siemens put it just out there today. Just been anyone's interested, you got to be living in Kenora or surrounding, but all kinds of people out there that would kill for an internship over there. Pays more
Especially
than
with him, right?
what we paid Leon. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Well, and it's pretty good to be on his internship because well, look at Marcel. Where's he working now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
definitely.
all the networking contacts that Jay would have.
I mean, it actually started with Eric.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Started with
come on,
Eric.
bro. You ask Marcel, he'd be the first one to say, man, that Eric walked me around the boat show and introducing all the people, and then got him into Hunt, Fish, and Bee and stuff. But that guy's down. Like Marcel's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Even with Hellbuck, bro. He's with Hellbuck doing stuff.
Hellbuck and everything, man.
Some stuff come out, man, or whatever.
That's
Let's
good.
stand there.
Now the guys that are with Jay, they're working for Jay.
Yeah, no, this is huge, man. Anyone who wants to get into it, and especially on that videography side, we always use Marcel as the example, but all kinds of people have come up from this angle kind of thing, especially if you're into it, on the social media side, whether you're editing or all kinds of stuff or whatever, man. Reach out to him, man. He's looking. You gotta be living in that area, though. I'm sure he's gonna get applications from freaking Maryland and Washington and all kinds of stuff in BC, but you got to be living out there because you're gonna be doing a lot of work with him and stuff. So anyway, it's there, man. Reach out to Jay. Check him out there. I saw that there. I was gonna show you here. Oh yeah, there's some cool stuff, man. Just going on Hellbuck. This is Hellbuck in the playoffs, brother. I know Hellbucks are boring, but my God, man, it just seems like
Not picking on the guy, man.
Binnington's talking shit though. Check this out.
Can somebody tell me how does a former Vezina Trophy winner transform into Stu fucking Skinner overnight? The collapse of Connor Hellebuck has been catastrophic, and it should be studied. 11 goals in 2 games. Christ, the guy couldn't stop a fucking beach ball ever since the series came back to St. Louis. And after he got pulled today, even our fans were chanting to keep him in the game.
This is dumped in by Tucker around the back.
Anyways, we weren't favored to win this series, but with this bum playing like he belongs in the minors, anything can happen.
Ouch! Fucking Binnington. Hey, I hate that motherfucker. That's AI, by the way. That's AI. That's
yeah, you better make sure.
that's AI. Like they could do all kinds of. They got The Rock saying all kinds of crazy stuff. They got Kevin Van Damme talking shit about cat fishermen. You see that one? They got KVD talking about cat fishermen.
Cat fishermen.
Oh yeah. AI is pretty evil. Yeah,
They'll win the next one on Wednesday. So
live long and prosper, Captain Kirk. What's going on, bro?
Well, they better win, or else this series is done if they don't win on Wednesday, man.
We're talking Jay Siemens there. Yeah, they ain't coming back if they lose on Wednesday. It's hard.
No.
We're talking Jay Siemens. Kayak Central Canada Kayak Trail is back. Leon, of course, with all the time in the world, was making more action figures there. But posters coming out right away, just locking down some sponsors and stuff like that. So first one is on Wargaddy, June 1st. So if you're into the kayak game, want to be into the kayak game or whatever, get your entries in, get more information at kickerfish.ca. It's going to be a wild season, man. And our winner is going to go to the Nationals. We already got one of our anglers going to the Bassmaster Classic, the Kayak Classic already. Dr. Whitting is. So what are you guys looking? You guys looking forward to the season?
I am.
Yeah, man.
I am, but I gotta get rid of my season first before I can move on to do anything else.
Okay, Mike's not looking forward to it, but we've got the Stillwater Adventures here. Big sponsor. They're the title sponsor again of the trail, the CCKT. Check them out. They're in Verdun, Manitoba, but they'll ship anywhere. Go to their website. They got all kinds of kayaks for sale and all the accessories, anything Yak Attack and more. You name it. Like they got everything for like
look how wide
Yak
that
Attack.
is.
That green one.
That's wide.
That's a 10-foot. It's extra wide actually.
Are you guys adding anything new to your kayaks or?
Yeah,
I got a new kayak, completely new.
You got a new one, eh?
Woo! I'll put a trolling motor on there though, but I'm still gonna paddle.
No pedals.
You got no pedals on yours?
It gets in the way, man. I think it's in the way. If I put a trolling motor, I'm not putting pedals in it. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mike's new one has pedals. I saw there. You got pedals in yours. You can remove them and stuff. But if I already have the trolling motor, why would I have the pedals in there then? I like
because you can back up.
Like
Backing yourself up without having to sit there and play around with a remote.
The Endura Max has their remote. I'm not that fancy, brother, man. I'm just two steps up from a Pelican, but this guy's a remote. This has reverse, bro. Endura Max has 3 reverse and 5 forward.
Oh, you got the handheld. You got the.
This guy missing over the remote. He says spot locking in his kayak. Oh my God.
I got spot lock.
Oh, I know.
He does have spot lock, man.
Hey,
If anyone wants to sponsor a warm shower for me during the trail, I'll probably need it as beers sleeping in your truck. There you go, bro. Kayak
Yeah, we got
anglers are
some
a different
far
breed.
places to go to, man. This year.
Kayak anglers are a different breed, man. These are the overlanders, bro.
Oh, there it is.
There he goes. Mike with the motor guide. Now another remote going there. There you go.
it's in the box.
Another one, eh?
I do like a wider. Like there's some narrow ones. Like they're meant for like really fast paddling or even a rolling
No,
motor.
the wide ones are meant for fat guys to stand up like me.
I like stability. I like moving around in the boat almost like a little canoe. I'm not that big either, so it's like a lot of room though. But it looks like I'm going to go the new canoe Pursuit this year, 13 foot. It's longer and narrow, but
That's what you're in this year.
machine. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in that.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is that I like the way the seats swivel so you can turn.
That's what I want on mine.
360 seat they call it or
Seats.
whatever.
Yeah.
I am gonna have electronics this year for once.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
what, but just so I can see depth at least or whatever.
Yeah.
Biggest thing. Yeah, at least gotta know what I'm
We'll slowly convert you.
going on top of.
He's slowly gonna go with front facing sonar, everything, man. Watch.
Yeah, so,
And then it'll be spot lock. You'll be moving
Lock
around.
everything, bro.
Anyway, let's talk like if you're in a kayak game anyway, like that's cool. More information, like I said, Stillwater Adventures. Go on their website. They sell Old Town, everything from the Old Town with the whatever that EP thing is that Jay was using or whatever, like the whole shebang.
EPDL or something, yeah.
$6,000 or so, right down to your entry level, $1,200, $1,400, $1,500 kayaks, new canoe, and what's the other ones there? Native watercraft.
Native watercraft. That's what I ended up getting. Was native.
Yeah, those are hardcore machines. That's the one you're going to add all kinds of accessories to and stuff. Although everything has all the places, they're all sort of standardized now, the track systems and stuff like that. But contact them, man. Corey or Bryce, they'll take care of you. Tell them we sent you, kind of thing. They got all kinds of cool stuff there.
They do.
The water adventures. We're gonna have mandatory this year too. Those flags.
Yeah.
All these accidents, knock on wood or whatever.
You make it mandatory for a flag.
Yeah, it's got to be mandatory. So
You gotta have them.
Yeah.
You gotta have those on there because Christ, the people don't pay attention.
It's just better to. I mean, there's lots of travel. We're fishing in summertime. The schedule this year is June. Like I'll just pull up the schedule here quick or whatever. You guys could talk about what's your options. What are your options? What's your options, guys, for forward-facing sonar? We were talking there. That's what we're talking. But
Options.
that's the schedule there.
You got the Lowrance active target, right?
I wanted to try that Eagle Eye to see what it's like on the kayak because there's no black box to deal with, right?
A lot smaller, yeah.
Weight is a consideration for sure on boats, and then you don't need as big of a battery either. But War Guardian, stop number 1, June 1st, Lake of the Prairies, July 13. That's sponsored by Pyatt's. Mike, it's changed. We're gonna go out of Pyatt's now. Pyatt's West Campground is sponsoring that event. We're gonna have a whole barbecue after the whole thing. I'll be staying there. So
if it's out of Pyatt's, are we allowed to muster from the park?
we're gonna just launch from Pyatt's.
That's it, eh?
Nowhere else?
Yeah.
Nowhere
You
else?
can boat down to the park if you want to. I'm thinking, well, I
I
don't know.
know I got a trolling
No.
motor, but I'm not going that far.
No, because in the park, man, it's a little bit different. Is why because it's counted as it's a provincial park, and then there's all kinds of logistic things having to get permits and whatnot.
Well, that's
You know what I mean?
good. No, I'm just asking that question because other people are going to ask that question, right?
Yeah, we'll probably just go from Pyatt's and go from there, kind of thing. I mean, really, right in front of Pyatt's, right in front of their dock, man. There's all kinds
fish
of
right there.
Yeah, small there, right? It is. It's true
Oh, I
though.
know.
There's fish right
You
there.
don't even have to go that far.
No.
Not from there.
I
no,
just
not
might
at
get
all,
traumatized going in that parking lot.
So what
That is
are
a
these?
place
Which one's multi-species?
There is none.
no. None.
None?
Walleye. Shoal Lake is
Yeah.
bass, and the blindfold is bass, bro.
Okay.
So, 2 walleye, 2 bass. Best 3 out of 4 determines angler of the year, and who's going to represent us at nationals. It's like, bring it on, cheerleader. We're going to nationals, bro, kind of thing. But anyway, all the rules are there. Conversion charts, you name it. Entry forms will go live this week. just locking some things down or whatever. But that is that there. What we were talking like I brought it up the forward facing sonar, either on the Kayak, like you said, the Eagle is a good option from Lawrence, but just like it's old hat now for a lot of people or whatever. But if you're just getting into the whole game, people are doing rigging. We're in between seasons right now. What are your options for forward facing sonar? What's the Cole's Notes versions of FFS?
Everybody's got their own FFS.
Well, Humminbird has a live, right?
Humminbird just came out with their new one.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but you get mixed. It's all mixed reviews on that. But at the top is still Garmin. Garmin's still leading the way.
But what's their smaller unit too? They have the. Oh, I forget what it's called. I don't think it needs a box either.
Yeah,
I forget what it's called.
50 something or.
They've got an option. They've got
they have another option now. Yeah,
yeah, they got
that's like the Eagle.
And it doesn't. You don't even need a pole for it. You just put it straight down.
Just a transducer. You don't need.
Yeah, they were using it for ice fishing. It's more for ice fishing than anything.
Yeah.
But so the difference with these, like, just so people know, when they say it's like the cheaper forward-facing sonar, what's the difference between the actual, like, you know, your LV S34 or whatever, Active Target 2, Mega Live 2, compared to these lower versions? If it's forward-facing sonar, what's the difference then?
Well, if you're going to the Eagle Eye, you're not getting all the same bands of.
That's the one, Panoptix PS22.
You don't have as many crystals on that one on the Eagle Eye compared to the Active Target.
You're losing 10 feet at the bottom. So, you know, you can see back, say 10 feet to about 10 feet ahead. You actually lose that distance there.
Yeah.
And then you lose it farther out.
But you're in the game.
It's $1,000.
You're in a game and you're not, you like Mike said, it's lighter. You don't have a black box with it. Right? So longer run time on batteries and things like that. So.
And then with the Garmin, the old transducer was the LVS 32.
The original, like Jeff's saying here, was the Panoptix.
Which was just like
original, yeah.
There were just like little blobs that were swimming around. You could actually see the blobs swimming around.
Yeah, you're still, like I said, you're still in the game with entry level. We say entry level. These
entry
things are
level,
$1,500. They're still $1,500 or whatever dollars, and so you need to find and whatnot. But definitely cheaper than $35,000 or $4,000 kind of thing, right? So you're in the game. So there are options there if you just want to. You're sort of going like people are wondering, like, well, if that's forward-facing sonar, why do I need the expensive one? But there are differences on clarity and distance.
Huge difference, clarity, distance. Mm-hmm. But the better one out of the lower, like the entry level, is the Eagle Eye.
Eagle Eyes, yeah.
Quentin is a believer in the Eagle Eye, more clarity than the Garmin, he's saying.
Well, because the Eagle Eye still uses the same crystals as Active Target 2, just less of them. So you're still going to get those crystals will still give you the same clarity and stuff. Just like Mike said, you're not getting the same kind of coverage.
From three, so instead of three deucers down to 2.
Yeah.
PS22 is Blob City. But you're in the game. You're seeing.
You're in the game, right?
Sure. I mean, you're still seeing things moving.
At least you know there's something there. So
Mike mentioned it earlier with Garmin, the LVS 34 being at the top, side by side with Active Target 2. There's pros and cons to both for sure. Mega Live 2, like I said, I haven't seen myself in person. I've seen demos, but I haven't seen it on the water. But Active Target 2 and the best Garmin I've seen on the water side by side. Lowrance is definitely better in the deeper water. And then the Garmin is better in shallow.
Unless you get the
Garmin with the LVS 60.
Yeah.
Well, there's no application for us. There's no application for us in that big 60. Have
you seen the size of that transducer?
Salt water.
No, it's massive, isn't it?
I saw it.
I'll go grab Piemans. I got Piemans in my garage.
You do? How big is it, bro? How compared to the LVS 34?
I'll fucking show you.
But how is that
really
usable?
is.
How's that usable, Santos? Like that thing? Like we'll wait for Mike to get back, but.
I'm gonna assume that distance.
When you're seeing like 500 feet or whatever, you're gonna lose. Like obviously, they're turning to more like fireballs out there, lines, and stuff like that.
But I guess the guys who are really good at it, at least if they see something like flicker or whatever, they know there's something there.
That's the thing, though. You just want to know something's there. Hence the whole more, Great Lakes, I guess, saltwater application. For that. I guess a good question would be, what would be the bare necessities real life says to fish a tournament? Well, you don't even need anything.
Don't need anything, man. You've shown last year. You don't.
How many tournaments have I fished with no electronics whatsoever?
Exactly.
Right? Especially if I know the lake. Like if I'm not thinking about hazards and stuff like that. I've done actual tournaments with
with nothing, no electronics,
with no
nothing,
electricity, like no electricity, but no electronics whatsoever, kind of thing.
But I know you saw some of the Bass guys. They will crank their settings and everything on their front-facing sonar
just to see something.
Just to see something. They don't care how clear it is, but if they can see like 150 feet out, 200 feet out, they'll crank all their settings just so they can see something.
There's a lot of good resources online, depending what brand you own or whatever, for settings like that, and there's different settings for different applications for sure. Yeah, like you said there or whatever. But
so that's the LVS 34.
There's a 32.
32.
There's a 62.
Oh my god!
Straight out of.
That's like, what's that?
This is like,
that's that thing in the Star Wars, a Death Star that's driving around. That little black thing. Speaking of Star Wars,
how much heavier is that, the Tully?
It's quite heavier.
Quite heavy, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get back to that in a second. But I brought up Star Wars.
Somebody brought up Star Wars, eh?
I slept in the same bed that Luke Skywalker slept in, bro. The same exact bed the other day last week.
You did, eh?
Yeah. They filmed that Stephen King movie, The Long Walk. That's going to be out in theaters in the fall. But the same bed, man. So you know what I did in that bed for sure.
Oh,
bro.
God. We don't want it.
I don't want to know, man.
We don't want
took a selfie. All you guys, I took a selfie.
Yeah, you took a selfie, all right.
Anyway, yeah, he stayed there, man, a couple of days filming or whatever and stuff like that. I was like, man, same bed. I was staying over in St. Lazare at the Devo's. Devin Gurner, a good buddy, that they own Devo's there. Him and his brother Dean. Cool. This is a cool sports bar over there, man. He's got all kinds of memorabilia. Yeah, like all kinds, man. Like these, like actual game worn
jerseys.
Well, his brother's right into collecting that stuff.
Oh, like I'm telling you, he's got stuff that's worth, like we're talking $250,000 US. Obviously not sitting in the restaurant there, but in the bar.
I hope not. Holy crap!
But he's got some crazy stuff there, man.
Yeah.
Like you talk about Logan Paul just bought Gretzky's last Stanley Cup stick or whatever when he won his last cup anyway.
Yeah.
Like he's reaching out to Logan Paul because he's got Gretzky's from his first cup and he's got the game used stick there and stuff. All kinds of things, man. Like you name it. He's got Patrick Waugh's. Like this was a cool one. When Patrick Waugh threw that tantrum when that was the last game he ever played in Montreal. He
told him jersey. Out of there.
That's the exact jersey.
Really?
That is the jersey. And these are all verified. These are all verified with Magar or whatever. Like they verify all this stuff or whatever. They authenticize and shit. That's the exact jersey, bro.
Nice.
We all know those highlights with
Lafleur, Gretzky.
And these are all game worn. Like this, that's Lafleur's last All-Star jersey. Remember when they had Campbell and Wales conference and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's in St. Lazare.
That's cool. Anyway. He's got the sticks. He's got the sticks from his last game as a Canadian as well. Are those the same sticks?
Yeah, the sticks are these are all game sticks, man.
Really, eh?
They're into the whole collecting and stuff and stuff like that. He got an old Greg Paslowski Jets 1.0. He's been collecting those, all kinds of stuff, man. I was naming. You got to get Doug Smell, bro. Doug Smell's my boy, kind of thing. But yeah, man, like that's definitely a place to check out. Like Darren Ziprick out there in Shoal Lake, Century 21. I was talking about sponsors of the Prairie Walleye Classic, and Devo's is a sponsor here. Verdun, of course, in Verdun Rec in Verdun. Lund Boats, big shout out to Lund Boats for sponsoring again. Minn Kota, Humminbird, and Devo's. I was talking Devo's there. Pirates West Campground. Darren Ziprick's a sponsor, of course. Cool, man. You got to go there. St. Lazare, if you're ever around, go to that sports bar. They're open this weekend. They're open for the rest of the summer kind of thing. And it's cool, man, just to see all that memorabilia.
That is neat, yeah.
Oh, old, like all this old stuff, man. It's wild. They got an old CCCP one. It wasn't Tretiak. It was a different guy. Yes, Igor Ulanov. Remember Igor Ulanov?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, all these old names. I'm hey, where's the Shamnov, bro? And Davidov. Oh, anyway, old Jets. Anyway, but we were going back to, what were you guys talking about again? Oh, yeah, that big ass
transducer.
In Nintendo 64 transducer or whatever.
So transducers are getting bigger and the freaking batteries are getting smaller.
Is there an application though for like our waters? Like from everything I know about it, they're telling me it's a saltwater thingy.
It's maybe more of a deep water, more for deep water. Like a lot of the guys, I know some of the bass guys are using it because now they're doing this. They're doing put the trolling motor on 10 and they're searching.
Yeah.
So there's a few of them that are running that.
But with that big transducer, can't
so big
see,
now that
further out clearly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearer than the small ones, right? So
yeah.
Some lakes you don't even move, man. You just go to the middle of the lake and you scan the whole lake already. Done.
You just can't cast
One
that
shot.
far.
Just can't cast. Yeah.
You can't cast that far.
You can iron your clothes after. Oh shit! I don't know what Justin's talking about. He's talking about something, bro. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
I've got Lakers in 80 feet with half ounce jig with the LVS 32, no problem. Oh, yeah, bro.
Well, yeah, you can. We're just saying,
like spotting it.
But the thing is that
Yeah, of course.
it's a big difference with deep
clarity,
water.
right?
Deep area.
Yeah, deep water makes a huge difference. So
12-inch bit for that thing. It is huge, bro. It is huge.
it is massive.
Those Russians were the Mike Smith experiment. Smelled the test when he was an asshole. He drafted like 13 rounds of defecting Russians kind of thing that year. I remember that. Yeah. Davidov was good though. Evgeny Davidov and Jamna was my favorite player back in the day or whatever, man. That was a crazy experience.
They got some good guys, right?
There was a lot of good guys.
Igor Ulanov, he was the first one to defect. Like they had like the Jets versus the Russians. They're doing a tour or whatever.
Yeah,
I still remember.
they all jumped on.
They started defecting or whatever and stuff like that. Like,
if people wanted to see a good rivalry, that was it. Canada versus Russia. Those are good battles.
Always good games, right?
Oh, yeah. I like best on best world. Like that's good stuff to me, man. That's why it's nice that it's back in the Olympics and seeing.
Yeah.
And more than just the Four Nations, man. I want to see. There's all kinds of players from everywhere now, man. Like some teams could put together some, like Draisaitl by himself on the Germany team. Man, he'd freaking be good, man. Shit. I think, not that we were talking sports here or whatever, but if you could put all the best players from places outside of the top four, it probably could put together a pretty good team. I'm gonna have to come up with that or whatever. That'd be a good one for Bleacher Report. Anyway,
man, that'd be a lot of research.
That's a lot of research.
More draft, NFL draft 2025. I don't know if anyone follows it here. Follow it a little bit. Santos, of course, the big sports nut or whatever. All kinds of stuff going on there. That's huge, though. NFL draft is giant. Of course, Shedeur or Sanders didn't get.
Sanders finally got picked. What, in the 5th round?
Something like that or whatever. But we were going to talk.
Projected 1st round or 2nd round. Dropped all the way to 5th.
If we were to draft here, we're going to have some fun here or whatever. Okay, so we're going to go fish. Let's talk.
So what? Let's say what you're going to base it on walleye. Yeah.
Lake of the Prairies. Prairie Walleye Classic, hosted by Kickerfish, coming up in June. This is a spring walleye fishery. You could fish anyone could catch fish on that lake, but you got to catch big ones this year, 2 over, 3 under. Who are you drafting as your partner? This is 25 grand on the line. You're based on 100 teams. Who are you drafting as your partner, Santos? This is to win now.
I'm taking Chris Gone, man.
Legit?
I'm taking Chris. Oh, legit.
Number 1 draft pick.
Number 1 draft is Chris Gone, bro.
Okay, he's off the board.
He's off the board.
Who are you drafting? You can have anybody. It doesn't matter who.
So if is it matter? So it'd be catch, photo, release. Your best 5.
No, the rules of no, it's 2 over, bro. You're the weighmaster. 3 under, 2 over, 3 under slot.
I would Jerry Little.
Jerry Little. I see that name all the time, bro. And he's fished that
Jerry Little, eh?
He's won that thing several times, and he's always
knows
up
the
there.
lake. Nice. Yeah. That's nice. Mike has a voice. I'll go with you, Mike. Oh, there you go. Mike Custodio wants to go.
There you go.
See the new Bush beer can? No, I have not seen it, bro. I'll have to check it out or whatever. I'm gonna check that out there.
Who's your pick, LeBopes?
I'm taking.
You can't pick yourself, LeBopes.
Corey Sprengel. Corey Sprengel for sure. Because that guy he bass fishes for walleye too.
Yeah.
Right. Corey Sprengel. Arguably, he was for how many years? 3 or 4 years, the number 1 ranked walleye angler in the world. I'll take Corey Sprengel there, man. It doesn't matter. Even if he's never fished that lake in his life, these touring pros for NWT are good, bro. You give them 3 days to practice, and I'll just follow his lead, bro. And I bet you, man, like you'd probably win it, bro. Would not be surprised.
Probably you're going to follow his lead. What if he tells you we're trolling the whole time?
Ah, shit. If that's how you win it, then I'd still be like, great. Yeah. I wouldn't be happy, though. I'll just be grouchy the whole time.
Eric would look like Nash when he's told no.
Yeah, and he's told no.
Okay, so we did it with walleyes. How about a bass tournament?
Okay, so you got to do KBI. So KBI. And
you
now
pick
you
first.
Pick anybody. You've got your pick.
Go, Eric.
Reverse snake
reverse.
draft.
Oh yeah.
I'd win it with Jamie Bruce, bro. Off the board.
You took him, eh? I was gonna
100, bro.
That was my pick, bro.
I mean, obviously Gussie's good shit or whatever, but I don't know, man. If you like, this is I got number 1 draft pick.
Yeah,
I'm taking Brucey, bro, for sure. Just What if he says we're trolling the whole time? Wow.
You're gonna listen.
Okay, you Santos.
No, you.
No,
pick.
it's snake draft. It's my
Reverse. It's you.
I take Ian Water.
Ian
Yeah.
Water, eh?
Good pick, brother. Good pick. Yeah, man. He's that next wave, bro. That next wave who knows how to use these machines and without the machines, but he's the next wave, just like on the elites. That next wave. Santos.
Who would I take? And we could take anyone, eh?
Yeah, man. You could take Kevin Van Dam if you wanted to. Shit.
I'll take Trey McKinney, man.
Trey McKinney.
Yeah, man.
That's another one of those, that new
I'll
wave.
go,
And he's leading the way. Trey
I'll take
McKinney,
him,
man. Shit.
Yeah.
What is he? 22 now or something? And still a young pup, man. They're all young.
And if you wanted to troll, no problem. No troll, man.
Paul Marks, who won Hartwell, they just had Hartwell 1 and 2 there are roommates, and they're just all young bloods, man.
All young guys, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
like this weekend, like 4 of the rookies were in there.
Yeah.
Like it continues, bro. Like it's wild, bro. Like how good these guys are. There's the Hartwell tournament there. And let's see. How do I get rid of that ad? Get out of here. Anyway, where's the standings there? Results.
Paul
Look
Marks.
at Paul Marks, Tucker Smith,
Fothergill,
Easton.
Wesley
Again.
Gore, Emil Wagner. These are all young bloods, bro.
It's
McKinney,
crazy,
like-
man. And then look behind them. You got
Yeah.
McKinney's there, JT Tompkins.
Hamner is considered one of the young guys too, you know? Like
Yeah.
the old guys, like Poroznik was the oldest guy there, really, and Randy Howell. Randy Howell has Winnipeg connections too. He's
That was my number 1 pick to win the whole thing.
Valley Fashions. He's
right,
good
yeah.
buddy, really good buddies with
Yeah.
with Dan Cote here at Valley Fashions there. Randy Howell, nice to see him back on the elites. And Jay Shakurat, his old man was like one of the top wall anglers back in the day too, PWT, but Shakurat's doing the bass.
He's still not a bad stick.
No, they're all, I mean, shit.
So
That was
did you
wild,
watch?
man.
Did you watch it at all?
I was following along online.
you?
Yeah.
Like on Sunday? Did you see what
Yeah.
Drew Cook did?
No, which one? What do you do?
So he's obviously probably he's the best bed fisherman out of all of them.
Yeah.
And I guess Drew Benton had said, look, 15 minutes left in the day, I found this big bass sitting on a bed right here. He says it would look like it was ready to go. He says, so go there. So that's what he did. He literally spent 4 hours trying to catch that one fish. So
He spent half the day. Yeah, you're right.
he caught
Really,
the
eh?
male. He got the
7
male.
He,
right?
he estimated to be 7 pounds or so.
Yeah. So that he had 5 fish in the live well. So they call it the buck.
Yeah.
He had him in there. And he said, well, all of a sudden I noticed that the female started to act weird. So he goes in, opens the live well, finds that male, flips it and throws it back in the water.
No.
Yeah. And she literally stayed there and nosed down a couple times, but she didn't take it. So he had to go catch a 5th fish.
So that's sight fishing for you, man. It's different, man. Like I mean,
That's crazy, man. He threw away a
But
5th fish.
How much confidence do you have to throw away your 5th fish just so you can keep that one around?
it was difference between winning and not. I mean, you're in the top 10. You got
And-
cash already too.
He
and
gets
you got
top 10,
points.
right? It's
But that's the thing. He said, I'm here to win it.
Yeah. If you want to win, there's a big difference between winning and not. I mean, it's 100 grand to 30 grand for second place, for example.
But half a day he spent trying to catch
4
that
hours.
one
Eh?
fish.
I know. Me and Eric at K-Band, we've talked about if we know there's big fish around. Like, are we gonna stay for how long? Are we gonna stay around if we know if there's big fish? Like
5 big
4
bites,
hours,
bro.
man.
5 big bites is what you're saying for.
Well, like you said, that's confidence. That's
Did
like
you
said.
not enter your picks, Eric?
No, I don't know. I was sleeping in Luke Skywalker's bed there.
The worst part is we even talked about it. Make sure you get your picks in, and you forgot to get your picks in.
Yeah, no, but shit, I haven't been on that thing lately.
Did you see?
There's the new bush cans, by the way. They're really into the fishing, man.
Back
those
it up.
guys.
Back it up.
Oh yeah, you
They're
can't
really
see it
right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right there.
look at
Oh,
those,
yeah,
eh?
okay.
Nice.
They're into the fishing. All their Instagrams all into that or whatever and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
You see White Thing's Pinks though picks, man? Like
No.
he was, I think his points he ended up with in fancy fishing like over 1,300 points, man.
Who did?
Nick,
That's one of the top in the nation then.
yeah, like I think almost all his. I think his lowest guy finished in 24th. I'm
Got
pretty
it.
sure the
I
four
was
guys.
happy. I was happy with 1,240 or something.
Well, you finished second, bro. You
Yeah.
got second. Yeah.
How'd you finish in like the world though?
Oh, I don't.
They have big prizes for that. I mean, it's hard. It's out of like 28,000 people. But
I was still at like 97% though.
yeah, so it's like
So that's like a
top
1,000.
top 1,000,
Top 1,000
or
1,100
something,
kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah. It's cool though if you want to follow along, man. I mean, Pro Bass Fishing, the Elites is the one we follow. But this is cool analysis here, and they were talking about the young guys. Oh, yeah, they talk about this that you can't teach height, which was funny, man, because
You can't.
like because with the forward facing sonar line, like people are glued to it. You're talking like the shorter guys, like Robert G and Trey McKinney, like being short guys. All the 5'7", 5'8" guys would be closer to the screen. They'd be better at it. Is what they're saying. It's something to look at anyway. But to see because you're like right on it. Like
It's funny you say that because they had Robert G on, and he was like 1.5 foot shorter than everybody else because I can't remember who he was with, but
Yeah.
so they gave him a milk crate or something to stand on, so he was taller. He
Even
said,
it
"Well,"
out.
he says, "I could sight fish now."
yeah, man. But it's cool. It's a big one. Lake Fork, more big bass. Big bass. These are for spots.
That's going to
We
be
got
big
big bass
there,
coming in Texas,
Yeah.
brother. Yeah.
Yeah, Century Belt's coming
For
there.
sure, man. Randy Howell was a Senko the whole time, bro.
So Eric,
I was
you
watching
got
his videos, man.
9
You
days
do
to make your
Senko
picks,
all the time.
bro.
Yeah, you got
Wow.
9
Eric,
days.
you got
I
9
remember
days
that.
to make your picks.
You might as well just make your
I will-
picks right here, right now.
Yeah.
I will probably remember, and I'll probably win the actual nation one. I will probably win.
You'll win a nation.
Watch, most likely. Most likely.
Okay, we're
Anyway.
watching.
You know how hard that is,
Nah.
man? Like, you got to pick the top finisher in each group. Like, and it's so
Yeah,
hard. Look
not
at these.
easy, man.
Look at, like, it's. That's
I
nuts,
did
man.
okay after day 2.
Yeah.
Three were in the top 10, but they dropped out on day 3.
You know how dialed
Yeah.
in these guys are. Watch this video. This is how dialed in these bass fishermen are. Like this is how.
No, that's good.
Boat hasn't even like stopped
Stop to nothing.
moving off plane, man. Fishing the boat already, man. 3-pounder in the boat. Like I mean, when you got your milk run and you got your plan, like he went to that buoy, right, little reef kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you see him when you put the screen down, and all of a sudden he sees, I gotta get my line or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
it'd be nice if it was like that all the time, but like
Yeah, well, it's not.
you're on a program though. When you're on a program, I mean, shit, like it's dialed in, and this was day 4, and they shit, man. It's wild, man. Be nice if it
Yeah,
was
it's
like that.
crazy watching those guys, but it's dedication to one fish. It's insane.
4 hours, dude. 4 hours.
4
one
hours
fish.
for one.
That is nuts, man.
Sight
4 hours
fish.
for one.
Jeez.
Glenny Poole, you nailed your picks, Mike. 2 of my guys shit the bed. Yeah, like Santos says, you need like gotta go.
You got to have your guys
Why,
finish.
bro. See, Leon, it's that. Oh, Leon's gonna kick ass this year on the kayak trail, brother. You watch. Sponsored angler now. He's gonna.
If I
Really?
lose, if I lose to Leon, I will cut holes in his boat.
It could happen, brother. You and your $10,000 freaking machine. You could.
So if he goes and fishes the first one, he'll beat me, as long as he catches a fish.
Hey, fish.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna enter Mike in the stats just because. I don't care if you're there or not, bro.
So,
See Leon
LeBeau,
do
you're
that.
gonna you would bet on Leon that he's gonna measure in a bass this kayak.
Well, he'll
season.
measure in a pass.
There's 2 tournaments that have bass.
I know. Yes.
Kayak trail.
Is he gonna?
Will he
is
score?
Will he
Shoal
score?
Lake and blindfold.
If you don't score a
Yes.
bass at Shoal Lake, just quit.
Well, thing is, there's lots of little ones at Clyde, and they got to be 12 inches.
So,
Yeah, but you
so
can
are
catch
you?
5 in the dock area.
Would you
really
put your
can.
money on Leon measuring a fish at one
Yes,
of those
bro.
tournaments? Yes.
He's going.
All right.
MGM bets, bro. I'm putting it on there.
MGF.
Leon is scoring a bass out of those 2 tournaments, bro. Yes. Picking on Leon here, whatever. He's at work right now. She's gonna watch it later.
He's gonna watch it later.
Yeah. Speaking of catching fish, bro, me and
Yo.
Nash got our first open water fish of the year already the other day, bro.
We saw that.
We saw that, man. We saw that.
I kind of looked at it and just shrugged my shoulders and said, "Oh, right."
We just let it go
I know
by.
exactly,
Didn't say
I know
nothing.
exactly where you were.
Walleye, bro. Walleye. Okay.
So you should show the
Hey,
picture
so-
and make a meme saying what is wrong with this picture.
Whoa. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Someone did
so
call me out.
explain
I was
that.
waiting for it. I thought it'd be called out.
Explain it.
Because Bareki put on there. Hello, 911. The guy on Instagram was giving it to me a bit there. Like, I mean, I know it's going to raise some eyebrows. Okay, so walleye are closed, right? Everywhere. Let's
Yes.
take Southern Division in Manitoba for sure. It's closed. It's spawning time, of course. It's closed. You can't target them. 100% can't target them. And me and Nash were pike fishing. And or whatever will bite kind of thing or whatever. But you can't target them for sure. But what is possession? So if you don't know, I posted pictures the other day. I caught a walleye. And the lure's still in its mouth. We flip it up onto the shore. Holy shit, look at this. This is an actual walleye, not a saga or nothing. Whatever. We're all happy. Nash is jumping up and down because our goal was to see some fish or whatever. And take a picture of it. Boom. Snap my shot quick. Lure wasn't even out yet. Unhook the thing. There's no measuring, of course, and flip it back into water. No harm, no foul kind of thing. But letter of the law. Well, let's letter of the law. It says, I mean, they have to be, if something that's out of season has to be released immediately. So in our kicker fish, for example, there is no season on over 55 centimeter walleye anywhere now, right? Like a 25-inch walleye cannot be kept. That's year round. There's no season on that. But we are allowed to take pictures, master angler program, period, kind of thing. You can take pictures. In the rules in our tournaments on kicker fish, it says at no point shall any 55 centimeter plus fish be put in the live well.
Yeah.
Because there's possession, and then it's just like losing, and then there's losing. There's possession, and then there's possession. It goes into a bucket cooler live well. Now you're on next level possession now, or whatever, right? There's always been a gray line on, which was part of my reason for sort of bringing it up kind of thing and posting that, is what is possession and care of the fish kind of thing or whatever. Live well, you're possessing it. Making a live well on the ice, for example, too, that's possessing more than it is. Some people would say even the lip grip maybe that's possessing. You know what I mean? There's always kinds of things, and it'd be nice to.
Well, yeah, some people would say if it's in your hands, like
it's possession. Depending where you are,
out of the water, in your hands, that's possession.
Because
Ontario, we were at the boat show last year, and Ontario had a booth there. Conservation or the province did, and we talked about that because for KWO it's catch photo, right? For big fish, they have to be masters only. So why did you like? What was the impetus for having just masters only? Oh, so you could still, for catch photo, you could still take a picture of a 30-inch walleye in zone 5. So you can't take a picture of a 25-incher? At the moment, no. He says you'll get a ticket for it. In that wildlife, like you can. So it has to be.
I remember we talked about this last year.
Whatever. In Manitoba, that's not like in Manitoba, we've got the Master Angler program. Right? We're trying to do that. In legislation, not yet, he says. Ontario is trying to go to, they are changing it. Whether it's not in time for this season, it might be 2026, he was saying, that you can take a picture or something. It's still not counted as possession now.
Yeah.
Now, of course, there's like, if it's musky out of season, you shouldn't be taking a picture of it. People lose their minds, bro. Like you shouldn't. That's like.
Well, look at Andrew Mickey got a ticket for that.
Yeah. Like musky.
They came to they knocked on their door.
Knocked on his door, right?
Yeah. And that guy told me too, like they were doing that for walleye too and stuff. Actually, doesn't matter what. Here for the longest time, like sturgeon has no season. You're allowed to target them in other areas, but of course, like say Winnipeg River, Nelson River, you can't target them. Powerview Dam and to the border anyway. You can't target. You can't even target sturgeon, but we were allowing photos to be taken of incidental catches, right? Kind of thing. Like So there's a fine line. So now, which is relatively new in the Southern Division, in Manitoba period, we can fish year round now. Year round. It used to be it's closed, right? You can go out and pick suckers if you want to.
Yeah.
Heck, they did away with bow fishing now too, because too many innocent pike were getting damaged that way. But now we can fish year round. You just can't target, aside from like Lockport down, Assiniboine diversion down, that kind of thing. you can target everything else, just not walleye.
Yeah.
So now you incidentally catch something. Like, can you or should you be taking pictures of it? Here's what Wisconsin thinks. So this is what Wisconsin Conservation thinks.
How long can we hold on to that fish and take pictures? Are we even allowed to take pictures if we caught a fish that we can't be targeting? What's kind of your take on that?
The way statute reads, it's an immediate release. It's just like with your sturgeon. If you catch a sturgeon, we want that released as soon as possible for the fish's health.
Sure.
Obviously, if you're looking at a really nice walleye and you want a couple pictures as proof that you caught it, it's going to be up to your local warden. We understand if you got a 29, 30-inch walleye, I'm going to want pictures of that too.
Right.
So we just want you to put the fish back as soon as possible.
Sure. Yeah, that's good. And again, we've talked about this on the channel a lot. You know, just handling fish well is super important in that situation. You have to let the fish go, keep it in the water as long as possible, take it out really quickly, take your pictures, get it back in the water. Don't put it in your live well, I'm guessing, at any point.
Do not do that.
So like, it's care for the fish for sure is paramount kind of thing, and not having it long. Like I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but I told you we were fishing across from a family and they caught a sauger, right? And they're calling the mom down to come take a picture or whatever. And like, oh shit, now you're really starting, like it's getting longer. Like, I mean, now you're gonna start, like, do what you got to do or whatever and put it right back in kind of thing, you know, stuff like that. So I'm thinking, if my own personal view is, if I caught like 3 or 4 in a row now, oh shit, this is a walleye spot. You shouldn't really be fishing it, because now you could be said to be targeting them or whatever, right? Or there's known spawning places or whatever. But I don't know, man. An incidental catch on an out of season thing, I'm still myself, my own opinion anyway, is that care for the fish and you're not taking crazy long, do the picture and put it back. Not that this was a 29-inch walleye, but man, were we excited to catch our first fish of the year.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded like he was leaving the discretion up to any officer,
game warden or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
It is case by case. It's
so if that guy had a bad night, you're in trouble.
You can be, and technically he can get you, and especially if, like you said, if you feel like you're targeting them and stuff. Nope, that's the whole thing, man. Yeah, it's still letter of the law. I mean, it'd be a good test case to go battle it. You'd probably be able to talk, especially if you had Aaron Weeb on your side, man. He could talk you out. You put it to bring up the court as your lawyer, man. He'd probably be able to argue it, you know. And you could probably fight it if you really wanted to, kind of thing or whatever. But
speaking of lawyers and fighting, you went to that meeting. So what happened at that MWF meeting?
So, I don't want to run out of time here and just talk about that quickly or whatever. But so I was there. I was telling everybody we should go to it. So they were sounding the alarm last year yet, right? Yeah. Like Aaron was too, actually. He was sounding the alarm on this. This is the Manitoba Wildlife Federation. This is the 26th one they've done now around the province, these town halls and forums kind of thing. Going by their pictures, man, this is the Winnipeg one, was the least attended. You got Swan River and Thompson and Brandon, and they're standing room only. You come to Winnipeg, which has all the people kind of thing, and I don't know. Yeah, crickets, I guess. I don't know why that is, man.
You know what it is? It's because it's really affecting the outskirts, like outside the city.
Well, we have hunters in Winnipeg too.
Because a lot of them are farm properties and stuff too, right?
Could be, yeah, definitely so. I mean, you're right. Like I said, you're right in the middle of contested.
You're right in the middle of it all. That's right.
It, so
they got more concern over it.
So what is it that they're trying to do here?
Well, MWF is on the front lines, sort of fighting the good fight, as in advocating, representing hunting, and to a lesser degree, I guess, angling. But basically, in a macro sense, access to land in Canada for all. In this situation, we're talking specifically hunters and anglers and stuff like that. But you've got your IPCAs, so these are Indigenous Protected Conservation Areas kind of thing. So these IPCAs are set aside. Like we're talking like almost like national parks. You can think about it, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So they have proposals for having more land set aside.
Yeah.
And this is Indigenous led. Of course, I'm paraphrasing and stuff like that. And I don't want to get it wrong, but there's all kind of like the gist of the whole thing is that things are coming down the pipe without all stakeholders at the table. And that's a big thing. And really, like Chris, I think that's MWF's lawyer. I'm pretty sure I'm getting right. He was a lawyer. He was in Ottawa at one of the big meetings there, and Eco Justice is there, and CPAWS and stuff like that. He was the only one speaking up on behalf of anglers from Manitoba.
Really?
The next closest jurisdiction that is speaking anything in regards to hunters is BC. Is very close to being on the front lines of this. Everywhere else is just, I don't know. I wouldn't say head in the sand kind of thing, but it's just they're not actively fighting it.
So this isn't just affecting Manitoba; it's like Canada wide.
It could be anywhere. Yeah, these IPCAs are. This is a federally.
Yeah.
You would have to go through federal stuff. You're talking crown lands and stuff like that, right? And
yeah.
Either you're converting crown lands or other lands and stuff like that, or whatever to IPCAs. So there's 9 proposed for Manitoba. We talk Manitoba specific. There's 9 proposed. The first one is up in the Seal River watershed. You may know it up there. It's way up there. We're talking like sort of just to the right, south of Churchill, there area, that whole place. So there's 4 reserves that are part of that coalition. And Stephanie, really smart lady, was representing the Seal River Coalition, and she was there speaking on behalf of them there. Well spoken and stuff like that. And on the side there, they're talking about like all about inclusion. They're not talking about they want like lodges,
everyone to have access,
tourism still have access, but they're still trying to have control over some of the like land up there on what it's used for and stuff like that. It's very complicated. It's not a black and white thing for sure.
Yeah.
The biggest thing on this side though, hunters and anglers, MWF, is that is a seat at the table, and the worrisome thing is, and we're talking about concerns, is that things are coming down the pipe that not everyone is able to voice their concerns, and they're led by NGOs like CPAWS I mentioned there, and all kinds. I know Ducks Unlimited, stuff like that. They're like, there's all these non-governmental organizations sort of leading the charge, not necessarily the provincial government or federal government. It's these ones in conjunction with reserve coalitions, and making, like, who knows what comes down the pipe, and things could come down legislation that we didn't even have stakeholders don't even have a say kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it could happen. You never know. Like, I mean, shit, like that moose thing that came down last year.
Yeah.
That's how it all started, where they cut down 75% of the moose licenses. It really has nothing to do with IPCAs. It's something different. But these moose licenses, for example, came down without anyone's consultation. It just came down 2 days before the draw. You know what I mean? So things can happen in government.
I remember that.
Never really moves fast, but things can move fast if
they wanted to, right?
People are there, right? So this is the whole thing. Like, and that's actually still in the courts. I mean, MWF is on the front lines of that too, and they put in for judicial review. And then we had other ones like Manitoba Métis Federation put in for judicial review, and all kinds of stuff going down with that thing there. And that's still actually open in the courts. The first one was actually denied. It was upheld. Everything was going on. Now it's still out for review and stuff like that. But I mean, hats off to MWF. Get more information there. I membered up again. I think every second year I member up or whatever. I membered up again. They are fighting the good fight if that's your angle on the hunting and fishing side. Definitely if you're a hunter. Get more information there on the exact thing, man. I'm paraphrasing, like I said, but they have this Access for All campaign. They even had like bumper stickers and stuff. The whole Access for All, like they're right there. They are doing work on that front, kind of things for everyone's rights, and it's not really in the news so much right now for some reason. I think I'm not sure why.
If it ever makes the news, it's usually too late.
Kind of thing, you know. So
just telling us what happened.
It's just,
yeah.
Just to let everybody know what's happening.
What's done.
Maybe that's why it's not in the news, so not everybody hears what's happening.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I mean, that's the gist there. There are definitely concerns or whatever for sure when it comes to stuff like that, where you're talking like either purposing land or who's in charge of land and that kind of stuff, or whatever. And the way, just to be clear, is 100% behind and all for reconciliation, by the way. Like this kind of stuff could be really adversarial for sure. It's a sensitive topic, but they've done 26 now, like I said, and they've all been positive. Like I said, there was representation there from one of the alliances, like I said, and stuff. It's all they're all for it. What they just are saying that is just we should have a seat at the table. You know,
should have something.
You should be able, like,
you got to have there's got to be a voice there for.
You should be able to share your opinion at least.
At least, you know, kind of thing. And it's wild when a place like CPAWS or PETA are leading.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just they're involved, like they're leading these NGOs. It's sort of snaky a little bit where they're approaching the reserve reserve leadership and stuff, they're approaching them about that starts up like the next one, for example, there's 9 proposed. One is Swan River, and now you're entering MMF land, other reserves there. Now you're coming into southern Manitoba now. Drive to places. This is like sometimes you think about Seal River and whatever, man, far-flung places that you can't even drive to. When it starts getting to places that are off asphalt now.
It starts with one.
Starts with one, yeah.
So, I mean, like there's all kinds of stuff there. Like, but maybe you got places like CPOs will approach them. How about we apply for this and let's do that or whatever. So we know where they stand on things, right? Like these different organizations. We know where MWF stands on things. So I don't think it's fair or like that. They're right in there with their hands in it, like deep into it on what's gonna, you know what I mean? Like that's not cool. So,
they're almost like shutting everyone else out.
Yeah. Hands off to MWF on
it's like they're doing things as sneaky as possible through the back door.
So no one else can say anything.
I mean, it's no different
something like that.
Right? No different than how they change some of our rules for the next several years, right? So
transparency, like I mean, like I'm all for, should all be for transparency, right? And
should be
public consultation on things. Heck, you can't even I can't put up a treehouse back there without this whole neighborhood having to approve it. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like there's all kinds of things that you need approval for. Never mind having land there that who knows, like it could be closed off to hunting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
To the reserves part, they're saying no. I mean, that's not their goal. Their goal is not to close it off. If anything, you want economic diversity, and you want, a lot of the economy based up there.
You want people going up there,
is tourism and stuff like that, right? Ecotourism and hunting tourism. So, yeah, it's a complicated thing, man. Learn more, MWF, man. I encourage everybody out there. They have 14,000 members in Manitoba right now. It should be higher, I think, man. You think about all the licenses sold in this province. WF is doing some good stuff there or whatever. So, like some of the stuff at Fish Futures, we talked about it the last 2 times here now. Get your tickets kind of thing. They put in for grants. That's an example of where some of this money goes. Yeah. Is to places like MWF and fighting whatever.
Before we remember, I said it was like tax, like a tax or a charity donation. It's not, because they buy everything. So when you buy it, you buy it. So if you own a business, then you can write it off.
Okay.
Like you can buy the table and write it off, or if you buy the boat and it pertains to your business, you can write it off. That's what I should have said. So I was wrong, so I had to correct it.
Gotcha. Cool stuff there.
Not wrong often. But
this was funny though. We're going to go to Beast Week in a second. Look at this. This made me laugh. We're talking about the draft. And then the Pope, of course, died this week.
Are you guys watching the NFL draft?
No, we're watching the Pope draft.
So many good prospects in the College of Cardinals.
Yeah, like Peter Turkson.
And Luis Antonio Tagle.
And Shador Sanders.
I got my money on Peter Adu.
What? No way.
No.
He's a scrub.
Youngest Cardinal ever.
Guy couldn't bless a blind kid if he was stuck inside of an orphanage.
Check out my rookie year Pope Benedict Cardinals.
You're not Fanatics?
No, Mitchell and Ness.
You guys think they'll take Shador?
I already bombed his confessional interviews.
Do you honestly believe that Turkson is more popeable than Paroline? I mean,
advocate of the poor, okay? Speaks 5 languages.
All right,
fluent in Latin.
Dude, it's the...
Some people got so much time on their hands, bro, man, that they combined NFL draft with the Pope conclave going on right now. That's current, though, man, and that's going on. Filipino Pope would be fantastic, bro. Oh, my God, man. Antonio Tagle, if that Cardinal got in, it'd be karaoke at the Vatican every weekend, brother. Can we get the Filipino Pope in there? Oh, my God. That'd be sweet.
But look for everyone, man.
Beast of the week. Let's go. Beast of the week here. This is the last one for the winter season. We're in the shoulder season right now here, so not too much ice, but we got Piotrowski was still on the last remnants of ice here in the Southern Division. Let's go. Way to finish it off. He finishes Brown Specialist. Man. Nice, bro. Nice work there, Piotrowski. Greenback guiding. Good job, brother. Yeah, like how many times in the week that you get an ice fish and he got a mai in the same one year? You got a vacation fish too, though. So
that's crazy, eh?
Nice work, Drew. Well done, brother, man. That's a baby one, but still.
Nice
I take
fish.
that baby mai. I don't give a shit. They all taste good, bro. I'd eat that. I'd eat that.
They actually, those things do taste good.
Yeah, it's freaking like a tuna or whatever, right? It's freaking good, bro.
Yeah, they're good.
Anyway, mai, bro. Logan Shachewski. 30 plus master suckers today. Speaking of the sucker run, people are only catching them by rod and reel at the moment, man. I mean, there's a handful of places where people are netting them at the moment.
I'm surprised you didn't catch one on the where you were.
No, that was the whole point of looking there. We ended up.
You had a lot of bites out there. What?
Lost a bunch, yeah.
Yeah,
there were some bites, and I'm all thinking, "Oh shit, these are walleye, man." We're done. We're done, bro. Let's go, Nash. Got a fight, though, but yeah,
there's a lot of fish in that spot there.
Oh yeah, brother, man, fantastic spot there. Jeff Matthias, though, you can go for largies. Give her. Look at this. This is a Manitoba one. Look at that black bass.
It's like his tats are blending in with the scenery.
I was gonna say, man, he's like put a filter on or something.
Camouflage there. Camouflage for sure. Look at the size of his hands and how small his head is, bro. Which one you talking about, brother, man? That's Logan's? What? You want to showcase the fish, bro? What's wrong with you? The Urban Boys.
Urban, yeah.
Our local Guggen squad here, Dakota Lightfoot. Urban. That's their keyword of the week, apparently. But the 34-inch channel cat caught in the city, getting it done at the Forks. Nice work, boys. I love it, man. You can fish year-round now, and there's no flooding going on, but so have at it, man. There's fish all over to be had.
It's dry everywhere right now.
Yeah, bro. They're not big bait, big fish. Getting her done. Nice work there, Dakota. Beautiful, man. That's great. Get the lines in the water. Let's go. Katie and Q, not to be outdone. 36 inches. Urban channel catfish. They even got the fire going and everything, man. Fantastic.
Got hardcore, man.
Whatever, nice. Yeah, I love it, man. That's great to me, man.
I wish I had nothing to do so I could go fishing.
Let me wait. One thing. I gotta do this. That's why I was saving that thing. I was saving that thing
me.
For just that situation. I was saving it. God damn, that's fucking beautiful. This is beautiful. Zachary Rogers didn't measure, just wanted to get it back in the water.
That's
sturgeon.
A nice fish,
man. Oh, good job. Red River, baby. South, you can, if south of Lockport, you can fish right now. Give her nice. For sure. Those are our beasts of the weeks. Like I said, this is in between. We usually don't get that many in April, and usually lake trout time and pike. That's done. Yeah. We're approaching May now, and start getting into our Stillwater trout, sturgeon, early cats. There you go. Who's our winner here, brothers?
I'm taking the sturgeon.
Sturgeon, eh?
I like the sturgeon, yeah.
Nothing for the last ice, bro. Forget ice. Ice is done, bro.
Forget ice for me, man. You know me. No.
Sturgeon's
I'm gonna give it to Jeff. I like Jeff. Just blends in
with the scenery. Camouflage boy.
Nice with RG there. With the
boy, yeah.
In between the pine tree
Look
and
at that thing, man. That's a dark largie, bro.
Nice work, bro.
I give it to this guy because he does a lot.
Go hard, bro.
He does
things. Yeah.
Hard in the paint, man. Going for fishing now. Like I said, I love it that we can fish year round now here. Just be safe about it, man. Don't tiptoe on ice and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's all gone now. Give her. Black the Bonnie's open now, Mikey. It's great, bro.
Eric,
I'm gonna go with Zachary Rogers myself here too. First time poster here, man. Beautiful sturgeon. That 2-1. That'll be our winner there, brother. So you're representing this week is how it works.
Nice.
For Beast of the Month prize. Congrats there, Zachary Rogers. Another note there, if you look at the comments or whatever, and these are all votes here, by the way. Seals were set up near Westburn, checking vehicles for walleye. Yeah, man. That's another place where you can get these are spawning ones there. And like in Ontario, they have a lot of trouble with people just like in the rivers, you got steelhead coming in now and stuff. And people just snagging, right? Like snagging is the thing now. They're not really necessarily wanting to eat, but people do a lot of snagging this time of year and stuff, which is not cool. Another vote for Jeff's largie there. The white shell bass, Colton says, and then other votes for sturgeon and sturgeon. So those are the two finalists. We're going there, bro. JT went for Jeff. Too late. We already picked that. It's already Zachary Rogers. Anyway, it was a good vote there. But I was going to say, if you look at the comments before we wrap up here, you always get like, I don't know if they're bots or not, but even if it's bots or not, you always get people, I hope you released it, or good thing you released it. Most fish are released now, especially when it's not legal to keep them.
Yeah.
They're released, man. I don't even, it almost goes without saying. I don't even think that's
the ones that get eaten don't get pictures. The only time they get pictures is when they're on a plate.
That's the thing, man. Like, I mean, like
you don't get the stringer picture anymore, right? Where guys are holding up like dozen fish on the stringer. You don't get those pictures anymore, man. You get pictures.
No. Well, you do, but not that many.
Not many.
You know, I just always curious that whenever I see those comments all the time, or I hope you put it back. To be honest, most people, the catch and release is a big thing now. They go back. Yeah. They go back, and especially when you're not allowed to keep it, like they go back or whatever, man. Like that guy calling me out on my Instagram photo this week just reminds me of the old days, bro, man. It used to be everything I put up online. Yeah, I always get. Wow, you probably ate that.
Probably ate it.
You probably ate it.
I was probably one of the white guys that said that to you.
Oh yeah, I used to get that a lot, and it like just brings back memories, man. I think now I'm just sort of trolling a little bit in that case or whatever. But back in the day, I used to get all the time. The odd time I still get it, but yeah. You know, that was a interesting then there or whatever.
Well, you keep saying you're gonna eat any fish that we see on screen. So what do you think's gonna happen, brother?
It's like trolling or whatever.
This looks good.
Or whatever. Just
don't matter, man.
Or whatever. Everything tastes good.
Yeah.
It all tastes good, bro. Real Canuck.
They got released into the hot grease.
Colton was saying like those white large are super tough down. Many trips I only ever got one. Oh yeah, bro. Not taking anything away for anybody who goes after those, man. Even those Reynolds Ponds ones, man. It's all good. Catch them. Anyway, same time, same place next week. Hopefully the Jets are into the second round by then.
Yeah.
Well on their way.
Me too. That way people don't bug me.
God. Same with the Leafs. Are the Leafs winning, bro?
The Leafs are winning, aren't they?
Oh, the game's tomorrow night.
Oh, got you. Okay, yeah. I'm almost afraid to watch that, bro. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, everybody. We'll see you all next week.
It's the Leafs. They're going to let us know.
I'm not giving
up. They're not going to lose, bro. They're in. They're going.
Let's see what happens.
Bro, I don't know about that. I got doubt now. Wasn't I the one saying sweep?
Yeah, the both was sweep. Well, now what's happening?
Burn my jerseys, bro. Oh my God.
No sweep, man.
You guys next.